After looking at Tucker Carlson's interview with Vladimir Putin, I can definitely say that I have a lot more respect for Tucker Carlson. He was direct, he was balanced, he was fair, he was respectful, and most of all, he was tough. Initially, I was a little skeptical. I was worried that he might have just asked very simple and soft questions. But quite to the contrary, he didn't. He was direct, he asked the hard questions, and he asked the questions that he knew a lot of people would have wanted answered. Prior to Tucker's interview, I thought of Vladimir Putin as some tough strongman of Russia. However, during the interview, he seemed very human. He seemed conciliatory. He seemed like he was truly interested in coming to some sort of agreement to end this war. Now, I know I'm not a statesman and I'm not a politician. So, experienced politicians may say to me, Youngin, you don't know what you're talking about. It's all an act. In such matters, I would prefer to defer to them because they probably knows better. But I am just saying my perception based on the interview. He seemed versed and alluded to some sort of common history of Ukrainians and Russians. He talked about the brotherhood that existed among these two people and the possibility that that brotherhood may be rekindled in the future. That is a good sign of hope. I believe that Putin's message was not just to the world and the American people, but more so to the political leadership on the other side of the spectrum. I believe in some very subtle way he was signaling a desire to come to some sort of agreement, or at least have some sort of negotiations. But then again, what do I know about the realities of these situations? One thing I can tell you that I do pray and hope that the lives of Ukrainian young men and Russian young men can be saved and there can be some sort of quick resolution to this conflict. And hopefully, we can revert to a world of relative peace and stability, something I believe that we all want. To top it off, as George W. Bush would have said, I believe that the world and the American people might have looked into Putin's eyes and saw his soul.